hey guys, enter the stars. And all of the answers are right before us in nature. People are asking, how are you coming up with this stuff? I'm just thinking about it. You just think about it, and God reveals all truth. Once you have the key, you start to understand everything. Once you believe, it all makes sense. Now, this is the lens optic model. I think one of you had said that there was a name for this. My model is a little bit different because these edges do not go up, they just simply go down, and it's like a giant upside down contact lens. People have asked, how is it that the water sticks to Earth? Well, I believe that the Earth is not spinning because God says it's fixed. I believe the power of how the water sticks to the Earth is revealed in a whirlpool. Now you have to remember, there's a giant vortex over the top of our Earth, as I've shown in this model. The lens of the eye is the surface of the Earth. It's a upside down contact lens. And it's funny, they have a movie called Contact. Isn't that interesting? But there's a giant vortex in the sky. It is what is spinning the stars. It's the image of the stars and how it's being spun. The light comes from above the retina, from God. God is the pineal gland. We're not gods, but anatomically, he represents himself within our body, right? And the light comes through. Then there's the optic nerve back here. Shines down on us and reflects back to heaven, our star, as we pointed out in the last video. Now, through that process, there's this vortex. You can kind of see it here. And this is the giant whirlpool. Okay? This is exactly what it is. It's a giant upside down whirlpool. Take this whirlpool, flip it upside down, and stick it over the cone. Stick it over the lens. Now, what that does is it creates a force. It equalizes with the mass of the water, of the oceans. Okay, now all this is happening in slow motion. Okay, you don't have to have hundreds of miles an hour. These are our ocean currents. This is why the ocean currents go around in a circle. Around, here's the equator. These yellow dots are the equator. This is the jet stream, the ocean currents. You can basically plug in the ocean currents and you'll see that it's a giant vortex. Okay, moving around the planet in slow motion. And God has the weight of the water perfectly in equilibrium with the spin, so that it perfectly sticks it against the top of this lens, which is the surface of the Earth. It's got any crazy force is down here around the Antarctic ring, which is down here. Okay, and the mountains hold it all in. The mountains, that's why the mountains are so robust down there. That's why all the nutrients, there's a lot of nutrients in the water in Antarctica. They say it's rich in nutrients in the land and in the ocean. It's all sucked up in this giant whirlpool, which is driven by God. Okay, this is what the devil does not want you to know. This is not deception, because this doesn't help the devil at all. This model does not help him. He's counterfeited the all-seeing eye. He's counterfeited, the celebrities shedding one eye. He knows the truth, but he'll never, ever, ever tell you. Never. This will never become mainstream. It might become mainstream in our community, but you'll never see these in the headlines, ever. I can guarantee you that, because this is the real truth. You'll see the counterfeit. You'll see Satan with his all-seeing eye, right? And you'll see his pyramid, which is the light shining through the back of the eye. See, he's trying to counterfeit everything. Now, it's interesting because your retina is below the lens. And your retina controls the amount of light that comes through. This is hell. And when the retina is closing in, that's why they show the aperture symbolism everywhere. The aperture, Round Saturn's Eye talks a lot about the aperture, and it's closing in, blocking out the light that can come in so that we can see the truth. So anyway, I wanted to go into a little bit more detail with that, you guys. I know it's a lot of information, but as we piece it together, you guys have come forward and asked me questions, and these are good questions. I just ask that you do it with peace and love, not attacks. Okay? I'm not crazy. I don't need medication. I'm not schizophrenic. I don't have any problems in my life, actually. I'm actually a well-balanced individual. I just love God and I seek truth. That's what this is about, you guys. So, I believe that's the answer. Now, I don't know that that's the answer, but God shows us the answers in nature, and that makes perfect sense to me. An upside down whirlpool. Anyway, you guys, take care and be safe.